In this make a granny square. This is just one technique that I'm going to show you, but I'm going to show you the two different ways to make this particular granny square pattern. The one way is with one solid color or just one skein of yarn. If that one skein is changing colors on its own, it's variegated, and you just want to keep using that one skein of yarn until it's all gone, you're going to use this pattern technique right here. If you want to control the color changes yourself, maybe you want row 1 to be one color, row 2 to be another color, and each row to be its own solid color, the pattern does change slightly, and I want to address that. That way you can make this granny square pattern in either way, however you want to use the pattern. If at any point in this video you do like what you see, please push that thumbs up button. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel and click the bell. That way you don't miss any of my videos. I try to release a brand new video every single Friday covering a wide range of different types of crochet projects, and you're not going to want to miss out. This pattern can be made with any size yarn, which is super great. So you can use anything that you have available to you, from super fine to mega bulky. All these yarns will be able to perform this particular pattern. I am using a size 4 weight worsted medium Aran 10 to 12 ply yarn to perform this example. The crochet hook that is recommended for this size yarn is generally an H8 or 5mm crochet hook. I decided to just go up a crochet hook size to an I9 or 5.5mm crochet hook, just to make my stitches a little looser and more moldable, more comfortable for what I'm doing. You could also go down a size to a G6 or 4.25mm crochet hook if that's what you have available to you, or if you want your stitches to be much tighter in whatever you are making. I also recommend using a pair of scissors just to cut your yarn off wherever you want to make that cut, and a yarn needle tapestry needle to weave in your ends at the end of the project. Beginning with the color of yarn that you will start with in the very center of your granny square, leaving enough room to weave in our ends at the end of the project when we are all done. I leave about 4 inches here, 4 or 5 inches, and then I create my slip knot, attach my crochet hook, and I'm ready to go. We begin by chaining 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Now we are going to slip stitch in the very first chain to make a ring or a circle. Yarn over, pull through, and pull all the way through to make that circle. We are all set up to start round 1. We are working in rounds for our granny square. Chain 2. 1, 2, make 2 double crochets inside the ring, yarn over, insert your crochet hook in the ring, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. If you need more practice with your double crochet stitches, check out my video right here where I do very slow instructions on how to do a double crochet stitch so you can be all set up for success. All right, second double crochet stitch. That first chain 2 counts as our very first double crochet stitch. So this is our first group of 3 double crochets. We want a total of 4 groups to end round 1. After your first group, you will chain 2, 1, 2, make 3 more double crochets inside the ring, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3 more double crochets inside the ring, 1, 2, 3. Got my 3 groups, need 1 more group, so chain 2, 1, 2, and last group of 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Chain 2, 1, 2, and now we're going to slip stitch into the top of that second chain to close off round 1. Round 1 should look like this. For round 2, if you are using the exact same yarn to continue on, you will chain 3. 1, 2, 3, and then you will make 2 double crochet in this corner space right behind your stitch. So yarn over, insert your crochet hook into this corner space, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. 1 more double crochet, and then we can move forward. To hop over this group of 3, we will chain 1, and in this next corner we will make 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2. That chain 2 helps us to create a point in our square. And 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Okay, to hop over this group of 3 double crochets, we will chain 1. In this next corner, we will do 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1 to hop over the group of 3. Next corner, 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, hop over this group of 3. Last corner, we already have a group of 3 in this corner, so we're going to do a 3 double crochet, chain 2. So 3 double crochet, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, and then slip stitch into the 3rd chain or that top chain of the chain 3 to close off round 2. And this is what you should be looking at. For round 3, we will do exactly what we did for round 2. We begin by chaining 3, 1, 2, 3. Make 2 double crochet in the corner space behind our stitches. 1, 2, chain 1 to hop over that group of 3 double crochets. In this chain 1 space, we're going to make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1 to hop over this group of 3 double crochets. In the corner stitch, we're going to make 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, hop over this group of 3. In this chain 1 space, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, hop over the group of 3. In this corner stitch, make 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 3 more double crochets. 1, 2, 2, 3. In this last corner space, we already have a group of 3 double crochets in here. So all we're going to do is make 3 double crochets and 2 chains. 1, 2, 3, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the 3rd chain of that chain 3 we began with. And this is how round 3 should look. For the rest of your granny square, if you are using one solid color or just the same skein of yarn that has a variegated color, but you're not changing other yarns into your granny square, you're just going to repeat round 2 over and over and over again until you reach your desired size of your granny square. Each corner will include 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Then you'll chain 1 to hop over your group of 3, and in each chain 1 space you'll make 3 double crochets. Same thing, in your last corner you will always begin with a 3 double crochet. So to end your granny square, you will always end making 3 double crochets, chain 2, and then slip stitching into the 3rd chain that you began with. That is how you will make a granny square using one color. To work this granny square stitch, changing color for each row that you have for the granny square, we're going to start with whatever color you want to start with in the very center of your granny square. Again, begin with a long enough tail where you can weave in the ends at the end of your project, and then create your slip knot. Insert your crochet hook, and we are ready to begin. You begin just like we did the other granny square by chaining 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. Slip stitch into the very first chain to create a circle or a ring. There we go. There's our circle. Okay, we are all set up for round 1. Round 1, we will begin by chaining 2. 1, 2. Make 2 double crochet inside the circle. 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, make 3 double crochet inside the circle, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, make 3 double crochets inside the circle, 1, 2, 3, chain 2, 1, 2, 3 double crochets inside the circle, 1, 2, 3. We are looking for 4 groups of 3. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, chain 2, 1, 2, and now I can close my round 1 by slip stitching into the 2nd chain that we began with. Great. So your round 1 should look like this. Grab your scissors, cut off your yarn with a long enough tail for you to weave in your ends. Find your color 2 or your color B. My color B will be this lighter gray color, kind of silver color. I'm going to take my crochet hook, take my yarn, going to yarn over, pull that tail through the loop and pull that tight for a slip knot. For round 2, take color B or your 2nd color. Again, begin with a long enough tail for you to weave in that end. Create your slip knot. Attach your crochet hook. Perfect. Now in that corner that we just finished with, just made, I'm going to insert my crochet hook into that corner and I'm going to slip stitch to attach this yarn to my project. There we go. Just one loop on my hook and I'm ready to begin round 2. Round 2, we will begin by chaining 2. 1, 2, make 2 double crochets inside this corner space. 1, 2, chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 more double crochets inside this corner space. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. That is our first corner stitch right there. For all of these little tails, I just want you to let them fall behind the work. We will weave all of those in at the end of the project. Great. Once you've finished your 3 double crochets, we will chain 1 to hop over this group of 3 double crochets. In the next corner, we will make 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 2 chains, and then 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Great. Chain 1 to hop over this group of 3. Next corner, we're going to make 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. 3. Great. Chain 1 to hop over this last group of 3 and slip stitch into the second chain of your chain 2 that we began our round 2 with. Grab your scissors, cut a long enough tail for you to weave in your end at the end of the project. Yarn over, pull that tail through the loop, pull tight for a slip knot, and your round 2 is done. And this is what you will be left with. Grab color number 3. What is the third color you're going to use? Again, begin with a long enough tail to weave in that end. Create your slip knot. Grab your crochet hook. And we are ready to begin. So we ended this round before the corner, but we always want to start a round in the corner. So I'm going to go to the next closest corner to where I ended this round. I will slip stitch to attach this new color to my project. And then in this corner, I will chain 2, 1, 2. That chain 2 counts as my very first double crochet. Make 2 double crochets. 1, 2, and that'll be my first group of 3 double crochets. Chain 2, 1, 2, and 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1 to hop over your group of 3. In the next chain 1 space, make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, chain 1, hop over this next group of 3 double crochets. In the corner stitch, we're going to do 3 double crochets, 2 chains, and 3 double crochets. 3, chain 1, hop over this last group of 3, and slip stitch into the second chain that we began with. And that will close round 3. And this is approximately what you should be looking at the end of round 3. Grabbing your scissors, cut your yarn, leaving a long enough tail to weave in your ends. Yarn over, pull that tail through the loop, pull tight for a slip knot, and there we are. So for round 4, you're just going to grab your next color. In my case, it would be a white. And you basically just repeat what you did in round 3. You have the pattern. You know what you're doing. To hop over a group of 3, you will chain 1. When you come upon a chain 1 stitch, you will make 3 double crochets in that chain 1 space. And chain 1, hop over this group of 3. Next chain 1 space, you will make 3 double crochets. In every corner, you will make sure there are 3 double crochets. Chain 2, 3 double crochet. You will keep repeating round 3 over and over and over until you've reached your desired size of your granny square, repeating your color choices or just having a different color for every row. Once you've reached the very end of your granny square, when you've reached your desired size, you will grab your yarn needle tapestry needle. You will take your ends and you will weave in those ends in the same color as the tail itself. And then you will be done with your granny square. And there's so many different things that you can make with granny squares. It's very exciting. You can either just continue making one as big as you want to make a full blanket, as large as you want that blanket to be. You can sew these or crochet these squares together and make a blanket that way. So you just make a bunch of individual smaller sizes that are the same size or alternating sizes. It's so much fun. There's so much you can do with granny squares, different colors, different vibes that you can bring with them. You can make purses, you can make sweaters. It's a lot and it's very exciting. So once you have a basic granny square, there's so much you can do, and I'm so excited for you to learn this and be on your way. So many possibilities. Thank you so much for watching my video. Again, if you enjoyed this tutorial of the granny square, please push that thumbs up button, and I look forward to seeing you with my next tutorial. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.